Good evening. I'm Denise Jefferson. Brad and Jenny have the day off. Coverage you can count on begins in Burke County, where day 2 of the search for Simon Powell is still underway. News Channel 6's Nikita Dennis joins us live from Waynesboro.
Yeah, that's right. Burke County investigators have continued their search at a pond on Ponderosa Road. Deputies say the search for Simon Powell's body has been extremely difficult because of the duration of Powell's disappearance.
The rain yesterday didn't help anything, but the ponds are usually, they're silty on the bottom, and then when you stir it up, when you put people in the pond and the silt stirs up, it just makes visibility very difficult.
It is now day 2 of the search of Simon Powell. Powell went missing just over 6 years ago, and with new information, they're searching at a pond on Ponderosa Road in Burke County. Captain Wiles with the Burke County Sheriff's Office says with the extensive time frame of Powell's disappearance and the weather, it has made it difficult to search for his body.
The divers are feeling their way around, and they're feeling for stuff, and the visibility is not good, and so it's a tough chore.
Deputies in the search team also say alligators are usually in the pond, which can also delay their search, and they're not sure what they will find. Stacey Welch was arrested in connection to Powell's murder. Authorities say the information she gave led them to the pond on Ponderosa Road.
We have been able to direct our attention towards her because of some of her own statements and information that we have gleaned from these tips and leads.
Captain Wiles says they've searched other ponds. He says he's not sure if the information Welch gave was accurate, but they will continue looking.
Well, it's been 6 years, and a lot of things have changed in 6 years. The topography and everything's grown up, so don't know that she was exact with this pond, but we're not going to just limit ourselves to this one.
They have stopped their search to map out other locations. Wiles says it's unclear when they will resume. Live in Burke County, I'm Nikita Dennis, WJBF News Channel 6.
Agents with the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division need your help finding a wanted suspect. 22-year-old Traquan Stokes is accused of attempted murder after a shooting in Denmark on June 15th. He may be driving a light blue Honda or black Dodge Charger. Officials say Stokes is considered armed and dangerous. If you have information, you are asked to call law enforcement. The suspect accused in a deadly shooting at the Captain D's restaurant is now in custody. 40-year-old Revenel Gomillion was taken into custody this afternoon by investigators. 42-year-old Earl Kittles was shot while working at the restaurant on June 14th and died at the scene. A Georgia school district will now allow school staff members to carry guns. The Cobb County School Board approved the vote Thursday. The vote specifically excluded teachers. Some parents and lawmakers say the move is too rushed. They say stricter gun laws will reduce mass shootings, not arming school employees.
We understand that everyone wants our students and educators to be safe in our schools, but introducing more weapons is not the answer to ensuring the safety of everyone involved. Gun violence is a community problem. It's a society problem here in our country, and we do not solve that in the school alone.
While Democratic lawmakers say guns will not make a school safer, Republicans say it's not a partisan politics issue. It's about keeping students and teachers safe. An Aiken Neighborhood Association is looking to improve Crosland Park. 3 meetings will be held to discuss crime and increased police presence and overgrown lots and neglected homes. One was held recently. News Channel 6 spoke with one man who said more cameras could curb many issues.
They put up, 2 cameras? That's going to help on the very far end. We need something on this end. They need, I would say, at the least 4 more cameras.
The second community meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, July 19th. The third is set to meet on July 26th. Both meetings will be held at the area's Crosland Park Neighborhood Cooperative Building. After a recent double murder, the Washington County Sheriff's Office is trying to stop the violence in the area. Tomorrow, a rally with worship and prayer will be held in Sandersville. It starts at 10 on the lawn of the Washington County Courthouse. Officers with the Sheriff's Office, local pastors, and concerned citizens will be speaking at the event. Now it's time to take a look at your weather forecast with our chief meteorologist, Tim Miller. And Tim, I finally saw some sun today after all of that rain.
Yeah, I know. It's been like several days, and we've had at least a decent amount of sunshine during the But that sunshine is great, but it also added to some of the instability with some of these showers and storms. This is a loop that goes all the way back from this morning with Live Viper 6, and of course this afternoon some scattered showers and storms have popped up. Like I said last night, that front that's basically on top of us is starting to lose some of its punch. So that probably means less rain chances for this weekend, and maybe with some warmer temperatures. Here's our showers, and again, a shower, a thunderstorm just to the southeast of Thompson, then over into Aiken County, peppered about also near Edgefield County. Oh, a scattered shower, maybe a rumble of thunder, certainly no severe weather. This is Wrightsville, where that is a pretty decent storm for y'all, just south of town there with some decent lightning and I'd say some heavy rain. Our Jiffy Lube Skyview cam right outside the Marriott shows the Riverwalk rather toasty, and as Denise pointed out, some sunshine today. So, yeah, certainly a lot more sunshine. That will, of course, made our temperatures warmer. We're, though, at 84 with a light shower over at Bush Field, but notice it's 90 in Waynesboro, Gibson at 90. But here's the story. That heat index is back at it. About 96 is what it feels like in Waynesboro. Thompson feels like 99. That's pretty much where we'll be throughout the weekend. Scattered showers and storms, yes, typical summertime pattern. The stationary front will help increase our shower and storm chances, but it's losing a lot of strength, so it'll aid a little bit, but not as much anymore because it's starting to fade out. So I would say tonight, a shower or storm early. We'll call it in the 80s, then we'll fall into the 70s. Now it's going to be muggy tonight. And for your Saturday, we'll do some sunshine early and then a late afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Again, not a washout, but temperatures will approach near 90 degrees. So we're back on track to a typical summertime forecast. So we'll detail your full weekend outlook coming up in just a few minutes. Teresa.
All right, thanks, Tim. Changes to their schedule is going before Augusta commissioners. City leaders scheduled to debate next week, starting their meetings 3 hours later. Commissioner Sean Franton pushing the idea, saying nearby governments start later and this will increase public participation. But some commissioners are set with the current times.
If anybody goes to any of the surrounding areas meetings, they will see that those attendants at those evening times are sparse at best. Other major cities have the same type of setup that we do. It seems to work. I'm not in support of it.
Commission meetings have been held at their current time for the past 9 years. The mother of a Georgia Southern University graduate that was left paralyzed after a trip to the chiropractor is speaking out tonight. Caitlin Jensen has been in intensive care since June 16th, nearly a month following an injury that left her with 4 dissected arteries, causing several strokes. Doctors have been working to reduce swelling on her brain so she can be transferred to a facility in Atlanta. Now her family is wanting answers like how much force did her doctor use during the appointment?
It had to have been a very forceful manipulation to dissect 4 arteries. If it was just one, and this is what they told me, if it was just one or maybe even 2, they could see maybe there would be some sort of underlying issue.
Caitlin's family says they're still figuring out what happened and whether to take any legal action. Starting tomorrow, people experiencing a mental health crisis no longer have to dial a 10-digit phone number or 911 for immediate help. There's a new 3-digit hotline, 988. Experts believe the 3 national-digit number will help more people access the support they need. The Biden administration has invested $432 million into strengthening and expanding the call center infrastructure, including funding directly to states. States are allowed to impose telecommunication fees to cover the remainder. In South Carolina, there is only one call center that serves the whole state. Jason Raven spoke with a nonprofit organization that runs the center about the changeover.
Well, Mental Health America of Greenville County says they're anticipating call volume to increase anywhere from 4 to 10 times more after this weekend. They've been preparing for this transition for a while now, and any call to the National Suicide Prevention Hotline from a South Carolina area code is sent to them. Now, recently, they've been able to answer more than 80% of calls for months now. With calls to the Lifeline expected to increase after 988 becomes operational, they're not sure every call will be answered by someone here in South Carolina due to lack of sustainable funding from the state.
It will be routed to a state that's not familiar with our state resources, some of our state policies and things like that. So we prefer to be able to answer them all in the state.
South Carolina lawmakers set aside $1.3 million in this year's budget for a secondary 988 call center in South Carolina. The State Department of Mental Health says they expect to have that up and running in early 2023. In Columbia, I'm Jason Raven.
South Carolina state health officials say a new subvariant of Omicron is fueling the latest rise in new COVID-19 cases in the state. DHEC is reporting an increase in weekly cases and hospitalizations. With at-home tests widely available, DHEC says they're focused on indicators of severe illness, like hospitalizations and deaths. They say the subvariant is proving to be more transmissible.
And we're not seeing the severity increasing in regards to those hospitalizations. So we're not seeing an uptick really in ICU hospitalizations or in people on ventilators, and not in death.
DHEC also wants to remind parents, if you want your child to be fully vaccinated before the start of the school year, now is the time to get that done. Back to school season is among us, and before students return to class, locals help to stuff the bus. News Channel 6's Bria Smith has more.
School supplies will fill the seats of buses in areas like Burke, Richmond, and Columbia counties. This year, the United Way of the CSRA and other organizations will host different drop-off locations for donation.
Kind of started asking questions, finding out that that's a big need is school supplies for the middle and high school kids.
Saturday, Evans State Farm will be hosting its second drop-off at the Walmart Supercenter, located at 4469 Washington Road in Evans, Georgia.
So I'm just glad, thankful that I'm kind of at a place I can be this cheerleader for the community and to help, be that collection point for folks that do want to help and give back to the schools.
On Sunday, SRP Park will host another drop-off, partnering with SRP Federal Credit Union and WOW. Guests who bring school supplies will receive a voucher for a free hot dog. Gates open at 4 p.m. CEO of United Way of the CSRA says, "Our goal is to maximize student learning this year and every year, and we're proud to step in once again to help families in need." Among the items needed are middle to high school sized backpacks, scientific calculators, pencil cases, college rule composition notebooks, and more. If you're unable to attend and would still like to donate, you can drop off supplies here at WJBF during regular business hours until July 21st. In Augusta, Bria Smith, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Coming up, lawmakers on Capitol Hill are working on a computer chip deal. Why they believe this measure could be critical for our economy and national security when we return.